show today, live from the ARC 2020 Forum. My name's Janice Abel, and I'm an analyst with ARC Advisory Group. And I'm here today with Michael Risse, VP at Seeq, where the topic today is on the digital transformation in manufacturing. Michael, it's great to have you here.
Thanks, Janice. It's great to be here.
So, Michael, why don't you tell the audience a little about yourself and a little about Seeq?
Sure. So, Michael Risse, Vice President at Seeq. I'm one of the founding partners. We were founded about 6.5 years ago, 10 of us as employees originally. We're now 120 employees. In fact, we doubled last year from about 60 to 120 employees that we are today, which just represents some of the growth that we've had in terms of the product and the adoption of the customers and so forth. And Seeq is an advanced analytics application for process engineers and subject matter experts working with process data, time series data across all different types of verticals. So oil and gas, chemicals, pharmaceuticals, water, wastewater power generation, and so forth. If there's time series data, people have been typically using a spreadsheet for the last 30 years to get insights out. And it's really time for a change into something faster, easier to use, easier to share, easier to capture knowledge. And that's what the Seeq application is all about.
Okay. You have several speakers at the forum this year, as you do most years. And they're speaking about some use cases. And could you tell us a little about what they're speaking about and what kind of value they're getting out of these use cases?
Sure. And as you mentioned, this is I want to say either fourth or fifth year in a row at the ARC Industry Forum that we've had multiple customers presenting. So it's exciting to be back and to have these two stories that we're telling today and then tomorrow. Today is Duke Renewables that's presenting on using Seeq for predictive analytics for windmill failure. And so that's a story that they'll tell about, basically bringing data science innovation to their process engineers in the form of the Seeq experience. And when I say that, I mean, they're not trying to retrain or reteach or recreate their process engineers. The process engineers have all this incredible expertise in processes and assets in the plant or the windmills. What they need is they need to tap the innovation that's coming out of Silicon Valley and other places in machine learning and cognitive science, but experience those innovations as application features. So they're easy to use, easy to access. They can find better insights faster from the windmill data. So that's today. Tomorrow morning will be Motiva. Motiva is the largest refinery in the United States, and they'll be talking about their use of Seeq for analytics with respect to optimizing supply chain and purchase decisions for their raw materials. So tomorrow, again, oil and gas and optimization. Today, predictive analytics and windmills.
So over the years, we've seen a lot of applications, as we mentioned, in operations and manufacturing from Seeq. So why do you think that is?
Well, I've mentioned before, I'll just say again, the ease of use, right? We are an application in the application sense of the word, productive, interactive, visual, collaborative. We're an application that empowers people who know what they want to do, process engineers and subject matter experts. So the fact that our Seeq user community can get up to speed so quickly, find insights, prove value, and then share those experiences with others in their organizations means that we have a very high degree of success in our customer proof of concepts, in our customer trials, and we tend to spread fairly rapidly within organizations because the people who are succeeding, they demonstrate the results to others and they create a little enthusiasm for other people getting on board, quickly as well.
So you've seen a lot of people take the application and actually expand it or scale it across the enterprise?
Definitely. We typically do start, not always, but we typically do start with a proof of concept. That's going to be anywhere from 15 to 25 users so that we can get the collaboration, the knowledge capture, and sort of the enthusiasm among a user group together. And then we have customer deployments up to 5,000 users, or actually, over 5,000 users within a single company. And so they start small, but that enthusiasm, the usage grows. And then, as I said, over 5,000 users in a single company, that's a pretty good distribution.
So when we think about the digital transformation, a lot of people think about the cloud. Mm-hmm. And I know you've had some announcements about the cloud. Could you tell us a little about what you're doing in that area?
Sure. The majority, 80% of our customers are running Seeq today on-premise, connected to their data stores, historians, wherever their time series databases are. And we support the OSI soft platform and IP21 and GE Prophecy, I mentioned IP20, Honeywell PhD, and others, right? So it doesn't matter where your data is fine. Seeq can connect to it and accelerate insights. So the majority of our business in terms of Seeq and where it runs today is on-premise. But we see the cloud all over our customer roadmaps. And so we also just completed a set of work with both AWS and Azure so that you can run Seeq as a SaaS application on both platforms, either in our tenant or your tenant, if you want to run it in your tenant, which means you can get your analytics sort of quick started on the cloud connected to on-prem data sources. But then, as I said, we see all sorts of things on our customer roadmaps. We know there's a plan for a lot of data to be going to the cloud, and we support that equally. So your data can be on-premise, it can be in the cloud, it can be in both. Seeq and your analytics experience can be on-premise, it can be in the cloud. We're really flexible to supporting customers' priorities for where their analytics are going to run, where their data is and going to be. Those are all very easy for Seeq to accommodate.
So I noticed you're in the Microsoft booth at the exhibit area. Could you just tell us a little about that?
Sure. So as I said, we're a Microsoft partner from an Azure perspective. We are SaaS on Azure. In fact, we first announced our Shell as a reference customer on Azure. That was over 15 months ago. So Seeq SaaS on Azure. We support all the major Azure data storage services. And Microsoft was nice enough to give an opportunity to present with them and be in their booth here at the show.
So how would you go about getting started if you wanted to, say you had a problem or an issue, what would you do? Would you call Seeq, or would you if you had something that you might think might be of interest to use the Seeq tool on?
Right. It's 2020. Everything starts with the web. We have a full website with content. We have a YouTube channel with 40, 50 different videos. We have a lot of materials that are available and in a modern, open way, meaning we try to be a modern software company in the sense that our information is out there, our knowledge base is out there, our product information is out there, our YouTube videos are out there, our materials out there. You can learn more about Seeq. And then from there, typically, there's a request for a demonstration. And then typically, we go into this sort of proof of concept mode, and a very, very, very high percentage of proof of concepts then go on to broader deployments. We have had a couple of customers where they've taken a look at Seeq and said, wait a minute, we know we want this. We're going to go straight to a broader implementation or deployment plan. So that's certainly an option as well. But the majority of customers will start from proof of concept in a group, again, between 15 and 25 process engineers, subject matter experts, and then it builds from there.
That's great. Well, thank you very much. And by the way, that's spelled SEEQ, just so you know. It's been really great talking to you today, Michael. I really appreciate the time. That was terrific.
Thank you, Jess. It's great to be back, and we're looking forward to the sessions today and tomorrow.